Title: Legal Love Affair. Chapter 1. The Unspoken Tension. Alex leaned back in his chair, watching as Ryan paced across their shared office at Donovan and Blake LLP. They were both well established in the firm, having climbed the ranks through long hours and sheer determination. Alex admired Ryan's precision and his uncanny ability to dissect legal arguments with surgical skill. Today was no different, as Ryan prepared to present a case in front of the state's appellate court. "You're going to nail it," Alex said, trying to focus on his own stack of paperwork. Ryan smiled, a flicker of something more behind his eyes. "Thanks. You're always the one with the words of encouragement." It was true, Alex had always been supportive of Ryan. But lately, there was something else lurking beneath their easy camaraderie. A glance here, a brush of the hand there. The unspoken tension simmered between them, unacknowledged but undeniable. They were both in relationships with women. Alex had been with Claire for 2 years, while Ryan was dating Emma. It was easy, familiar, and socially acceptable in their conservative workplace. The legal field wasn't known for embracing anything too unconventional, especially not at their prestigious firm. As Ryan finally gathered his papers and prepared to head to court, he paused in the doorway. "Dinner tonight. We should celebrate after I win this one." Alex nodded, not trusting himself to say more. There was something thrilling about these moments they shared, something neither of them dared to acknowledge aloud. Yet. Chapter 2. A growing connection. Dinner that night turned into drinks, and drinks turned into a late-night conversation that blurred the lines between friendship and something more. They had always been close, but the more they talked, the more Alex found himself drawn to Ryan in a way that was impossible to ignore. His smile, the way he spoke passionately about his work, the way his eyes seemed to light up when they were together, it was intoxicating. As they finished their last round at a small bar near the office, Ryan leaned in, lowering his voice. "Do you ever feel like, I don't know, like something's missing?" Alex's heart skipped a beat. He knew exactly what Ryan meant, though neither of them had dared to say it out loud before. "Yeah," Alex replied quietly. "I do." The moment stretched between them, heavy with meaning. But just as quickly as it arrived, it passed, and Ryan leaned back, running a hand through his hair. "We should probably call it a night," Ryan said, though his eyes lingered on Alex's face for a second too long. "Yeah, we should," Alex agreed, even though part of him wanted nothing more than to stay in that moment forever. Chapter 3. The Weekend Escape. It was Ryan who suggested the getaway. A weekend at a quiet hotel an hour outside the city, where no one would know them. Alex hesitated at first. What would Claire think if she knew? What were they even doing? But curiosity, and something deeper, won out. The drive was filled with silence, punctuated by awkward small talk. But once they arrived at the hotel, the reality of what they were about to do hit them both. In the quiet of their hotel room, Ryan spoke first. "Alex, I don't know what this is, or where it's going. But I can't stop thinking about you." Alex nodded, swallowing hard. "Me neither." They didn't need any more words after that. The feelings they had tried to suppress for so long finally broke through, and the weekend became a turning point in their relationship. What had started as a confusing, secretive attraction became something undeniable. Chapter 4. The Breakups. Returning to their normal lives was harder than either of them anticipated. The guilt weighed heavily on them both. Claire and Emma deserved better, and they knew it. Breaking up with Claire was one of the hardest things Alex had ever done. She was heartbroken, confused, and angry. "Is there someone else?" she had demanded, her voice breaking. Alex couldn't bring himself to tell her the full truth. "It's complicated," he said. I can't do this anymore." Ryan's breakup with Emma wasn't much easier. Emma had sensed something was off for weeks and was less shocked than Claire, but the pain was still palpable. "I just hope you're happy," she had said bitterly as she packed her things. The fallout from the breakups rippled through the office. Gossip spread like wildfire, with rumors flying about why two of the firm's rising stars had ended their long-term relationships so abruptly. People speculated, whispered behind their backs, but no one dared to confront them directly. Chapter 5. Moving in together. As the gossip at work reached a fever pitch, Alex and Ryan decided to take a bold step forward. They moved in together, renting a sleek apartment downtown. It was a decision born out of necessity as much as anything else. They couldn't keep living their lives in secret forever. Their colleagues noticed, of course. The rumors that had once been confined to hushed conversations became the subject of open speculation. "Are Alex and Ryan together?" People would ask in the break room, eyes wide with curiosity. Ryan brushed it off, though the constant attention wore on him. Let them talk, he would say whenever Alex expressed concern. It's none of their business. But it wasn't just their colleagues who were talking. Their families soon found out as well, and the reaction was far from positive. Chapter 6. Family Fallout. Alex's parents were the first to confront him. How could you do this to Claire? His mother had asked, her voice shaking with disbelief. You're throwing your life away for this. His father had been more pragmatic but equally disappointed. Are you sure about this, Alex? Is this really what you want? Ryan's family was no better. His father refused to speak to him, and his mother had cried for days. You were supposed to get married to Emma, she had said, as though that was the only path available to him. The emotional fallout was overwhelming. Both Alex and Ryan struggled with the weight of their family's disapproval. It wasn't just about them anymore, it was about the people they cared about, the people they had let down. But as hard as it was, neither of them regretted their decision. Chapter 7. The Office Backlash. Back at the office, the tension was palpable. Their conservative workplace had never been particularly welcoming to anyone who didn't fit the mold, and now Alex and Ryan were living proof of that. They faced subtle but unmistakable discrimination. Colleagues who had once been friendly now avoided them. Partners who had praised their work in the past were suddenly more critical. It was as though they had become outsiders in a place they had once thrived. Despite the challenges, they pushed forward, refusing to let the negativity define them. We've worked too hard to let this ruin us, Ryan would say whenever Alex felt the pressure of their situation. We're stronger than that. Chapter 8. Strength in Love. In the face of everything, the gossip, the family drama, the workplace tension, Alex and Ryan found strength in each other. They had never planned for this, but now that they were together, they couldn't imagine life any other way. Their relationship wasn't easy. There were arguments, moments of doubt, and times when it seemed like the world was against them. But through it all, they remained committed to one another. They started to build a life together, one step at a time. The apartment they shared became a sanctuary, a place where they could escape the outside world and just be themselves. They took trips together, supported each other in their careers, and learned how to navigate the challenges of being a couple in a world that wasn't always accepting. Chapter 9. A New Beginning. As the months passed, the drama that had once surrounded them began to fade. Their colleagues moved on to new scandals, their families slowly began to come to terms with their relationship, and the world kept turning. Alex and Ryan had weathered the storm, and now they stood on the other side, stronger than ever. They had built a life together, one based on honesty, love, and the courage to be themselves, no matter the consequences. In the end, they realized that what they had was worth fighting for. Their love was legal, and it was theirs. And that was all that mattered. Legal Love Affair tells the story of two men who found love in the unlikeliest of places and fought to keep it, no matter what the world threw their way.